Namaste everybody, welcome to meditation with me. My name is Amit. Hope you're all well. Today I thought we will have a special meditation session with the feature or the theme being the holy names. These mantras, these holy names are just so wonderful, and saying that my life would be pretty empty without these holy names is more of an even understatement. So we'll share more about it as we go along. I have some really nice quotes that we can read out, and it gives us a bit more idea of how fortunate we are, how wonderful opportunity we have having come across these holy names. So until then, let's get started with some breathing practice. We do Gauranga breath work, do some beats meditation or japa meditation. We'll do some kirtan, and we'll explore some ideas about the holy names. So let's get started. Just keeping your eyes closed if you haven't already, just making yourself comfortable. And just taking a couple of long deep breaths. We inhale and we exhale. I'm sure you're already aware of complete yoga breathing. If not, we'll just do a quick demonstration of that. I would like you to just bring one hand on your abdomen and one hand just on your heart, just below your collarbone. And the reason being, we want to feel the movements in our upper torso, movements in our abdomen and our chest as we breathe. Practicing a bit of mindfulness here as we breathe in, just paying attention to your breath. As you inhale, what is the first part of your body that expands or swells up? Is it your abdomen or is it your chest? Is it both? And as we exhale, what's the first part of the body that contracts or falls back? We're just noticing the changes as we breathe. And what we want to gently nudge is, or encourage, is to breathe deep down into the abdomen. Let the abdomen rise up first, followed by your rib cage area, and finally your upper chest. And you exhale, upper chest falls back first, your rib cage, and finally your abdomen falls back. Inhaling, abdomen rises, upper chest rises. Exhaling, upper chest falls back, finally your abdomen. Just like filling a glass with water, filling it from bottom to top and emptying it from top to bottom. Same way, if you fill up the lungs from bottom to top and you empty it from top to bottom. This mindfulness or this breath work helps us to be prepared for our meditation, helps with focus, helps with clarity. So we'll start the first meditation practice that is called Gauranga breath meditation, where we add a mantra to our breath, these holy names to our breath. And the mantra we'll be using is Gauranga. It's divided into 4 syllables. Go, Ra, Anga. Simple one. So we inhale, we say the mantra in the mind, and then we exhale, we say the mantra out loud through the whole length of our breath. And the key is to rest your mind, focus on this mantra, resting, listening, singing it out loud, and let it resonate in your mind. So we inhale together, fill up the lungs, and exhaling. Now we inhale one more time. Now we inhale, saying the mantra in the mind. And we exhale out loud. Gauranga. We'll continue this breathing for some time. Gauranga. Inhaling. Gauranga. So even if you have 1 minute in your hand, just doing this Gauranga breath work, it serves two needs. You first of all, well, three needs actually. First of all, you do this complete yoga breath that opens up your lungs and helps us or makes us habitual to use the maximum capacity of the lungs, which helps in releasing stress from your muscles. And your chest is more open, you're able to breathe longer. It helps us to be a bit more calmer. Also, this breath work where we're focusing on our breath is also a style of mindfulness or type of mindfulness. And so that helps also to help your mind to step away from any distractions or any stress or an anxiety or a challenging situation. And on top of that, by adding a mantra, you also get the benefit of this spiritual sound vibration washing your mind away and your heart of any stresses. So 3 benefits in one breathing practice. Now we'll practice another meditation using mantras, which is called japa meditation. I'm assuming most of you already know. If not, I'll do a quick recap. Japa meditation, japa means soft recitation. So soft recitation of mantras on the beads. If you don't have the beads, don't worry, you can use your hands to count. Essentially what we do is on the head bead, which is the bead below the tassel, you say the mantra Gauranga, and on the bead next to the head bead we say Gopala Govinda Rama Matana Mohana. Then we move to the next beat, we say Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. We continue until we reach the end. You can use your thumb and your middle finger or any finger that works for you. And if you don't have the beat, you can just use Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. Simple practice. The key is to rest your mind in this process. Not only you are using your sense of speaking, your sense of hearing, but also your sense of touch. So 3 of your senses are engaged in the meditation, and you can also engage your sense of seeing. I will put some nice visuals for you to help you to feel more calm, you can focus on. And I might have a surprise for you. We'll see how we go, the technology. And so 4 of your senses are engaged in this meditation, so it's easier for the mind to rest in it and find comfort and shelter and that deeper level of relaxation. Let's give it a go. Gauranga. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. 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 Gopala Govinda Madana. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. 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 Gopala Govinda Rama Madana. Gauranga. So finished one round. If you want to do more, you just continue in the opposite direction. The idea is we do not cross over the headbeat. Very simple practice. Highly recommend you to give it a go on a regular basis. Make it a habit. Everything in life, you want to make change in your health, making a habit to follow exercise, making a habit to have a regulated diet. Same way, we want to look after our inner well-being, our spiritual well-being. Regular practice, spiritual practice, always helpful. So I'll just share a little bit of beautiful verses from the yoga literature, the Bhagavad Gita, and then I will also share something about these holy names, but I will build it up that how these holy names are wonderful. This is chapter 2 from the Bhagavad Gita. We are continuing from last time. Chapter 2 text, I think it's 59. Krishna is speaking to Arjuna. The embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, though the taste for sense objects remains. But ceasing such engagement by experiencing a higher taste, he is fixed in consciousness. On the purport to this, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he explains, unless one is transcendentally situated, it is not possible to cease from sense enjoyment. The process of restriction from sense enjoyment by rules and regulations is something like restricting a diseased person from certain type of eatables. The patient, however, neither likes such restrictions nor loses his taste for eatables. Similarly, sense restriction by some spiritual process like Ashtanga Yoga in the matter of Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, etc. is recommended for less intelligent persons who have no better knowledge. But one who has tasted the beauty of the Supreme Lord Krishna in the course of his advancement in Krishna consciousness no longer has a taste for these material things. So what Krishna is saying, and Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada explained, is, we may artificially try to control our mind or control our senses, but it is hard to do, because just like a diseased patient, he said, don't do this, don't eat that, don't eat this. They may not do it for a certain time until the cure of their disease, but then after that, they get back into it, right? So we need a transcendental attachment, or as he explains, the higher taste. By experiencing a higher taste, it's natural, it becomes easier to leave the demands of the senses or urges of the senses. And that is acknowledged by Krishna in the following verse. Text 60. The senses are so strong and impetuous, O Arjuna, that they forcibly carry away the mind, even of a man of discrimination who is endeavoring to control them. So he's saying that although we may know in our mind, this is what we should do and this is what we should not do, this is not good for my spiritual well-being, for my mental health, and that is not. But Krishna is saying that they're so strong, the senses, the demands, and how we have been conditioned by our mind. It's so hard that it is forcibly carries away the mind. I mean, I personally can tell you, admittedly, I try not to go to social media, but I say, okay, I'm just going to check this little post of what my friend said, or how my post is doing about some event, and then that's it. And before you know it, 15-20 minutes goes. I'm just, oh, what about this? Oh, what about that? And you scroll and 15-20 minutes go on, and I catch myself like, so that's what Krishna is saying. But he also gives a solution then of what we need to do. One who restrains his senses and fixes his consciousness upon me is known as a man of steady intelligence. How cool is that? So he's saying, if someone puts his consciousness on Krishna, then it is easier for us to restrain. And he's saying it's known as a man of steady intelligence. And that is from the Bhagavad Gita that was written 5,000 years ago. Now, this process, this mantra meditation, these holy names are not just made up by somebody. They're passed down by spiritual teachers to their disciple, and from the disciple follows that process. They become self-realized spiritual teachers, then they pass them to their disciples. So spiritual teacher to spiritual teacher is passed down, starting from the Supreme Soul, Krishna himself, and is passed down to us via a disciplic line. Now Lord Caitanya is Krishna himself, a spiritual personality who appeared 500 years ago, and he actually inaugurated this process of mantra meditation. And he says, "O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings. And thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna, Govinda, Allah, Jehovah, etc. In these transcendental names you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of your kindness you enable us to easily approach you by chanting your holy names. But I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them." Obviously Lord Caitanya is taking the role of an ordinary human being, kind of putting this predicament to Krishna, taking our role that, even though it's so easy, still we have no attraction for them. So, how we read in the Bhagavad Gita, someone who puts the consciousness on me is a mind of steady intelligence. Lord Chaitanya is saying how we can put this consciousness on the Supreme Soul. It is by these holy names. And his next prayer, which will even make it more clear, is, "All glories to the congregational chanting of the names of Krishna, God. This hearing and chanting of God's names cleanses the heart and mind of all contamination, all the dust which has covered one's heart and mind for lifetimes and lifetimes, and actually gives the person a taste of that nectar for which we are always anxious." And this is the final one. That's again, it is from another scripture called Padma Purana. "There is no difference between the holy name of the Lord and the Lord himself. As such, the holy name is as perfect as the Lord himself in fullness, purity, and eternity. The holy name is no material sound vibration, nor has it any material contamination." So simply by chanting, hearing, chanting, meditating on these holy names, these mantras received via our spiritual teachers and lineage, you can experience a deeper level of happiness, and it's easier for you to actually link up with the Supreme Soul. And that Krishna is saying, that's Lord Chaitanya is saying, helps you to be a person of steady intelligence, helps you to experience the nectar that we are always anxious for, and is the prime benediction for the humanity at large. So, and it's invested with all your transcendental energies. How cool is that? That's all I really wanted to say, that the opportunity is there for us to actually experience shelter, experience connection with our source and feel connected, feel, yeah, like for me personally, if I say, I know that I am okay, I know someone is looking after me, and no matter what happens, I am being looked after. And I just, with that conviction, with that confidence, obviously it grows, in 10 years of experience, my confidence has grown in this process. And with that confidence, it becomes really easier to go through different phases of life. Okay, this is happening, something didn't work out right, or you face some challenges. You have that deep confidence that it's gonna be okay. You just give your best, you just try your best. You again get your help from the Bhagavad Gita and try to see what Krishna's instruction is to go through different situations, to how to navigate a certain problem in life, and you know that you've been looked after. And for me, that's been a really, really big protection, that keeps me grounded. And I'm convinced, and I've been through different situations where I've come through and I've experienced that, yeah, I was looked after. So that is something I thought I would share from my personal experience to encourage you to do what you're doing and take shelter of these holy names. Come to our Kirtan programs, chant with us, practice this meditation, japa, Gauranga breathing. Just embrace these holy names and you will be good, you'll be fantastic. So let's end with some really nice chanting of these holy names. We'll use the mantra Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana that we practiced. I'll be singing, you hear it, and you sing back. Though we're in live setting, I can't hear you, so I'll be singing the whole time. Just sing along with me. It's one of my favorite melodies. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. You're done. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. 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 Let's sing together. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. Gopala, Mohana, Gopala. So thank you very much, everybody. Hope it was helpful. Hope you got something out of this, and all the best with everything else. Until next time, Haribo, Namaste.